City of Apache Junction special meeting to order. Roll call.
Mayor Wilson,
Here.
Vice Mayor Rizzi,
Present.
Councilmember Evans,
Here.
Councilmember Gremmel,
Here.
Councilmember Nesser,
Present.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Here.
You have a quorum, Your Honor.
Okay. Consideration approval of the City of Apache Junction Safety Personnel Retirement System Pension Fund Policy.
Mr. Mayor, I'll go ahead and take this one.
Okay.
About 2 years ago, the Arizona State Legislature required cities and towns who participate in the public safety personnel retirement system to adopt this annual funding policy. You have it in front of you in your packet. It looks very similar, if not almost exactly the same as the last 2 years we've done it. It describes what we're doing to address the unfunded liability. And so this is just an annual adoption that you take care of to let the public know what you're doing to address the public safety retirement. So if you have any questions, I'm here. Leslie Dresch, the finance director, is here. But it's pretty straightforward, and it's only a one-page policy, and nothing's changed from last year.
Okay, any discussion with the council?
No, sir.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Maybe. Okay, Your Honor, I move to approve the City of Apache Junction's Public Safety Personnel Retirement System Pension Funding Policy.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Schroeder,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Rizzi,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Evans,
Yes.
Councilmember Gremmel,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Unanimous, Your Honor.
Suppose I should talk into the mic, shouldn't I? Okay, public hearing. Consideration for approval of resolution number 21-22, full adopting estimates of expenditures by the City of Apache Junction for fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2021 and ending June 30th, 2022, declaring an establishment of a budget for the City of Apache Junction for fiscal year 2021-2022 and declaring an emergency. Bryant.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bryant Powell, City Manager. Tonight's item is a public hearing that allows for any input from the public regarding our fiscal year 21-22 budget. The City Council has reviewed the budget starting back in meetings in April. With council review, there was a follow-up work session in May that went through the budget, and then the state of Arizona requires that the City Council review and have 2 public hearings in order to adopt a fiscal year budget. So our first one was in May, and then tonight is the final public hearing for consideration. Before I end the presentation, this is the final budget. Nothing is major change. We've provided for you a memo from Jenny Hoffman from our office that had some minor changes to the budget, but they were not significant. I want to express my gratitude to the budget team and to the department directors who have presented a conservative budget. Each year that this is done helps us manage those precious resources that this community has. And we do our very best in continuing each year to implement your overall goals and objectives in the budget based on your vision and based on your mission. We have that same duty in this budget to do the same. So again, thanking our budget team and our department directors for getting us to this point with a balanced budget. And I'm here to answer any questions you may have and go from there.
Council, you have any additional questions for the budget?
No, sir.
No.
I only have a kind of a question comment, and that is, did our legislatures ever contact us after we forwarded our budget to them with any suggestions?
No, they have not.
So we've not had any impact on that, other than we've just been doing, Anna McCrae has been doing a great job in keeping us posted on what's going. I want to say that you have made a great impact to your state legislators, and up to this point, the flat tax has not passed, which would have had the $1.6 million negative impact to our budget. So that's been positive. We do hear coming out of the state that they're making closer progress or getting closer to a number in the budget that would be less impactful. I want to say that the normal number is 15% that would come back to the cities and towns, but as they do a reduction, as we've explained before, the number percent proportionate needs to go up to 18%, so we will not be impacted. And Matt, did I see that the number is at 17.5% in that email?
That's correct. Yeah. That's the current, what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that could change, but you have an email letting us know that the League of Cities and Towns continues to advocate to get us up to that 18%.
And Your Honor, to answer Vice Mayor Rizzi's question, we did send the budget to our representatives as they requested. There were no questions, nor were there suggestions on where we could find money to cut and save.
And so to that, I would just comment that we must be doing something right here with our budget. We must be a pretty lean city.
And
I believe we are.
budget, is it online now, or will it be online?
Matt, where is it at exactly?
So the tentative budget is posted online at apachejunctionaz.gov/budget. After, if this final budget is adopted tonight by the City Council, we would also post that right next to the tentative budget at that same web address.
Okay,
And Jennifer, you'll have everything you need to send to the state government after, if council passes the budget. Okay.
so, okay, no more discussion. This is a public hearing. Would anyone like to speak on the item? Yes.
I'm Jeff Barlett. I'm over at 108 North Meridian Drive, apartment 220 in Apache Junction, Arizona. So I'd like to speak on this issue here. So as far as the budget goes, I think it should be sent back to a work session and maybe look over a few things that are needed in the city. I have a copy of our Constitution, and in the preamble it mentions promoting the general welfare, and I feel that the city can be doing more to be doing something like that. First thing I've been bringing up, I brought this up many times, public transportation. I feel like something needs to be done about it. We have people in this town who don't have transportation, and I feel like we should do what we can to help them out. We need to provide the general welfare by doing that. Also, I know we're a smaller town, but I'm going to use New York City as an example. New York City has public health care, and I think something should be done at the local level in cities across this country. New York has 8 million people, probably for a reason. I think something should be done there with the city, and I want people to think about this for a second. A lot of people might criticize me on this, but I want people to think about that. What if you're in this situation where maybe you get into a car accident, or maybe you lose your license? Some people have lost their license, or whatever happens, or let's say someone's sick or ill and they can't, they get fined. Or, let me take a break for a second.
We understand where you're going with that. Take your time.
Yeah. But let's say someone's in a situation where maybe they get ill or something and they can't afford to go to a doctor, and they're spending an excessive amount of money in healthcare fees. And then there's people who have to travel out of the country for that kind of stuff. So I think the local city governments should step up and do something about that. Same thing, public transportation, something should be done. I mean, I used to have to go up and down Apache Trail Road when I was 16, 18, looking for work, and I struggled to find work that way. And I felt stranded in this town and had to move out of this town for a while to find work. Good thing I have a car, so this doesn't affect me anymore, but there's still people affected by this. Also, if someone's ill or injured or disabled, I mean, they're not going to be able to probably get around as easily if they don't have public transportation. Another thing I'd like to say about the budget, I mean, the city's doing a good job with public safety. I think we should continue funding that as it is. I mean, we got to keep our city safe. And another thing is, I think citywide services should only be essential things. I mean, public libraries and public parks, they're nice, but I don't really see them as essential. Somebody could go to, a bookstore and help a business owner do something there, or, public parks, I feel that God created nature to look nice for a reason. I don't think the city really needs to be paying for that kind of stuff. And as far as the road work goes, I think, I mean, it's essential to a point, but I think sometimes it gets excessive. I mean, I think sometimes we should kind of look at how often it's being done. I mean, I've been to other states where the roads are really bad. Arizona has the nicest roads in the country. So, I mean, I think that should be kind of looked into more. And another thing is, another problem I've ran into with road work is, I mean, I used to drive a semi and they'll be blocking off miles of road and nothing gets done. I mean, I think it should be done in like smaller sections so you're not blocking off traffic and getting excessive about it. But I would like to encourage the council to maybe re-look into the budget and see if we can get anything else done for the people. And I also would highly encourage public transportation be put on an agenda for a future item, because this is becoming a discussed issue. A lot of people criticize it, but I mean, it's made, you got a minute left?
Yes.
Okay. But I mean, it's made it in the local newspapers, and I think something should be done, and I think I would highly encourage the council to do something about it, and I would highly encourage people to speak up about it. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Come on.
George Schroeder, 2444, West Virginia. My throat's a little goofy again. Same issues, transportation, roads, my roads. A good city council tells managers what they want, period. They don't leave it up to them, oh, well, we can do that, maybe we can do that. I don't even think the state has their budget ready yet. So along with this gentleman, we need to send this back and wait till they get their house in order before we start guessing about what we can and can't do. I mean, that's a fact. This is a moot thing you're doing right now, trying to pass a budget that we don't have any idea what they're doing, and the near-term future is going to suck for all of us. I don't have any doubt about that. So we don't have any money for the homeless. We don't have any money for people who want to help the homeless. See, there's $122 billion, and these people, they know where it's at. All we got to do is try and ask for some of it. They stole it, they can give it back. So there's many things here that we need to do besides just throw out a budget that we don't have any confidence in. And why doesn't the public get any input? They don't trust you. They don't. I wish they did, but they don't. So we need more money for code enforcement. We need that money. We need help from the community. I've talked to Mr. Martinez about a public help in the code enforcement area. He brought it up. So I'm thinking, I'm number one on the volunteer list. And we need more money to help do that. But like you said, it's a moot point if you're not going to wait until the city and state does what they're going to do. And just on a lark, maybe their guess is right, maybe their guess is wrong. But I can tell you right now, they have no intention of finding money for the homeless. They have no intention of finding money for transportation or code enforcement or anything else. They got money for their buddies, though, and helping out with the annexation. And so all that $240, $40 million, whatever it was, we don't see a penny of it. It all goes into a nice little 112-year-old personal slush fund. Goes to the penitentiary and pioneer homes. We don't see none of that. Why? We can ask for it. We can ask for it. But they're not going to do it. You need to do it. We are making progress in the code enforcement area, in my neighborhood at least. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Anyone else? Council, any comments?
Just one, Your Honor. If the state does pass this budget, number one, the city, just for the public to understand, we have certain parameters that we have to get our budget done within. We have to stay within that. We can't go over. But we have certain laws and legal parameters that we have to stay within to get that done. But if this were to pass with the state, it's important to understand it's a phase-in process. So this isn't something that they're going to pass and tomorrow we're faced with. Anything that might impact this city, it's important to know it's a phase-in process. So just wanted to share that. And thank you for the comments, everybody. We wish more of the public would come to speak.
Okay. I'll be closing the public hearing, and I'll ask for a motion at this time.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that resolution number 21-22, a resolution of the mayor and city council of the City of Apache Junction, Arizona, fully adopting the estimates of expenditures by the City of Apache Junction, Arizona for fiscal year beginning July 1, 2021 and ending June 30th, 2022, declaring establishment of the budget for the City of Apache Junction for the fiscal year 2021 to 2022, and declaring an emergency be approved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Nasser?
Yes.
Councilmember Gremmel?
Yes.
Councilmember Evans?
Yes.
Councilmember Councilmember Schroeder?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Rizzi?
I would agree that we need to keep transportation in our conversations. That being said, yes.
Mayor Wilson?
Yes.
Motion passes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And I'd like to adjourn the City of Apache Junction special meeting. Thank you.